Hey, look at those faggot ass clothes!
Hey, welcome back to a brand new video where I'm going to be talking about Sen at length for the whole of this video and discussing how every point he makes against me is either severely misconstrued or just generally bad.
Please don't tell me you forgot your hit piece of a 17-minute long video on Sen. Please rewatch that because it just sucks. Welcome back to a brand new video, and if you don't know what's going on, we're going to be doing a part 2 on Harley TBS. If you literally could not read the text at the beginning, I'm not sure if I could give Harley any criticism because I think he already does these specific things. But in my drafted part 1 Harley video, which got fucking deleted off of the earth because it kept fucking up my software. I need to stop swearing so much. But I say drafted because like there were some important parts in this, something important in the video that I did not get to catch because I deleted it out of frustration, such as that Harley didn't look back at his videos to make sure that he gets information right and that he doesn't contradict himself, or he can cut out some of the bad takes that he has in his videos and replace them with something that can help save his video, or he could scrap the entire project and just redo it. When I scrap a project that I've been working very hard on, I get very pissed off at first, but then I realize that every single project that I've redone, it just makes my video better. I'm able to point out more stuff and take my time with the video instead of actually rushing the fuck out of it. You know, so the video doesn't look like an autistic rambling, and it actually looks like it has some work and effort put into it, along with doing extended deep diving research, you know, so the video has way more credibility. Now, one major thing that you could get out of my first hit piece is an 18-minute long video. It's basically, if you can sum it down to this, telling Harley to get thicker skin and not be so sensitive. Because unsurprisingly, man, everything is not sunshine and rainbows. You know, it's a lot of fucked up shit here and there. I've seen it everywhere. But at the very least, I wasn't really so traumatized, or as I thought I would be traumatized. I kind of don't really know what the feeling of traumatized really is, because when a fucked up thing happens, like somebody sending me pictures of somebody fucking killing themselves, I don't really know how to process it. I just look at it and go, I don't really give a fuck. Because I don't really care about that type of stuff, and I don't really care about trying to do research. I'm not here to solve a case. Like, I'm not gonna get a Grammy like Shaggy in the Mystery Gang or something like that. I'm not really gaining anything from that situation. But anyways, back to Harley's video. I think I've rambled on enough.
So, firstly, I'd like to start by mentioning the fact that me and Sen actually spoke in private, and I offered him the resolution where we could end this privately, because both of us know that if I make this video, he's gonna look like a terrible person for lying so severely, cutting context so heavily, and completely misleading his whole audience, which he said I was right for saying, but said he wanted me to make the video anyway.
You know, there's a reason why he never really took a chance to resolve the beef with you anyway. Given how your video fucking sucks and causes enough fucking slander, such as fake transphobia claims and all that bullshit, in which I literally had to take time out of my day and torturing myself and giving you unneeded views and attention. Yeah, Sen didn't actually have to torture himself. I had to torture myself along with doing some extra research, so I'm torturing myself even more. Well, let me cover your DMs.
Firstly, I'd like to start by mentioning the fact that me and Sen actually spoke in private, and I offered him the resolution where we could end this privately, because both of us know that if I make this video, he's gonna look like a terrible person for lying so severely, cutting context so heavily, and completely misleading his whole audience, which he said I was right for saying.
Sen wasn't saying that you were right for saying all this fucking bullshit about his video. He was saying that you were right, because if you made more videos, you could possibly fuck up his YouTube reputation. Which, keep in mind, you've already done enough and said enough bullshit to fucking mislead your audience into thinking that Sen is this or that. But I guess we can take a look at a response from the big man himself.
Look, I don't spend the majority of my time on social media, so unfortunately I don't have the time to take in 40 minutes of slander and counter everything, because here's another thing, I don't need to prove shit to you guys. Like, I don't understand. You think the internet reputation that I have means much to me? You're fucking crazy, dude. And we all know that whatever the fucking internet wants to believe, the internet wants to believe. Even if I completely disprove all the bullshit that you and Kai have been saying about me with fucking lollies or whatever the fuck, nobody is gonna fucking care.
But said he wanted me to make the video anyway.
What's this? You didn't choose the smart decision? You didn't choose to talk it out, you fucknut? You wanted me to make another video? It's completely fucking up your YouTube reputation? Such a great video, Harley. I'm seriously impressed. When Harley's in the drama that's around him, he has to be so morally righteous. He has to call you out for all this fucking slander that you've done.
Harley made a stunning and brave response to me after giving me a fantastic ultimatum. That being, I take down my videos on him, and he would take down the one video he made on me. Or he'd make a second video on me, painting me in essentially the worst light possible. I didn't accept option A for two reasons. The first one being because since I made my videos, people have surprisingly been happy in more ways than one. People that have been afraid of being targeted by Harley and his horde of confused rainbow stripes suddenly felt some relief knowing that I was willing to take the brunt of that abuse, and holy crap, I have. The second reason as to why I didn't take option A for Harley is because Harley had already damaged my reputation anyway, and most likely continue to do so, gossiping like a woman in Discord servers like he tends to do, or in his safe spaces, so what did it really matter?
Now you're probably asking why I showed this clip. Well, because it has something in common with the one that I was looking at earlier, and that's about Sen's reputation. If you couldn't have already put two and two together, then I'll just do that for you.
Firstly, I'd like to start by mentioning the fact that me and Sen actually spoke in private, and I offered him the resolution where we could end this privately, because both of us know that if I make this video, he's gonna look like a terrible person for lying so severely, cutting context so heavily, and completely misleading his whole audience, which he said I was right for saying, but said he wanted me to make the video anyway.
Look, I don't spend the majority of my time on social media, so unfortunately I don't have the time to take in 40 minutes of slander and counter everything, because here's another thing, I don't need to prove shit to you guys. Like, I don't understand. You think the internet reputation that I have means much to me? You're fucking crazy, dude. And we all know that whatever the fucking internet wants to believe, the internet wants to believe. Even if I completely disprove all the bullshit that you and Kai have been saying about me with fucking lollies or whatever the fuck, nobody is gonna fucking care. Harley made a stunning and brave response to me after giving me a fantastic ultimatum. That being, I take down my videos on him, and he would take down the one video he made on me. Or he'd make a second video on me, painting me in essentially the worst light possible. I didn't accept option A for two reasons. The first one being because since I made my videos, people have surprisingly been happy in more ways than one. People that have been afraid of being targeted by Harley and his horde of confused rainbow stripes suddenly felt some relief knowing that I was willing to take the brunt of that abuse, and holy crap, I have. The second reason as to why I didn't take option A for Harley is because Harley had already damaged my reputation anyway, and most likely continue to do so, gossiping like a woman in Discord servers like he tends to do, or in his safe spaces, so what did it really matter?
Now the common theme that you can see among these three clips together is that they argue about fucking reputation. Well, more specifically, Sen's reputation. One thing is that Harley thinks that he's hitting Sen where it hurts, when he's really not. We've already seen in his first video, which didn't really have that much credibility, not that it even mattered in the first place. You can clearly see and tell that Harley wants to go for Sen's reputation. It's not that he cares about the transphobia claim. It's not that he cares about Sen being racist. It's not that he wants Sen to fix his problems. But it's to make him look like a piece of shit over and over again. You could clearly tell that in Harley's first section where he gets into the transphobia or whatever, the key words, and they are very obvious that you have to look for, is that he's going from the least severe thing to the most severe thing that Sen has done. You can tell where this is going to.
Gotta get it by any means. I'm with my niggas and my niggas getting cheeks. Yeah, running through the trenches, through the streets. I said I'm riding with my niggas, what you leave? Yeah, slimy nigga, watch a nigga sneeze. Yeah, I've been getting money, yeah, it's flowing. Gotta be on my side, yeah, it's showing. I've been getting money, watch me blow it. Yeah, big up on these niggas like Samoan. Yeah, heard these niggas capping, what's the meaning? Heard these niggas hating, what's the
So Harley's video, which goes from the least severe to the most severe that Mr. Sen has done. Why would he start with a topic that hurts him very personally and very close, as well as starting off with it first before everything else? Well, simple. It's because he knows he's joking and because he knows it's fake. It's not really discrimination by any means. And plus, after he gets done talking about it, you can clearly hear him say,
But genuinely, those comments don't really affect me. I've had more than enough on my videos talking about that type of stuff in my life, so I don't genuinely care that much.
Now, Mr. Sen at the moment of watching that video at the time, it would be more than enough to call slander at that point. You could say that Harley got very emotional about it, or you could say that Mr. Sen was in the wrong, or that joke was too offensive and all that shit. But in the end, there was no use in making it its own section if you know that it's the least severe thing that he has done. And it's clear that you know it's obvious, but you're quite literally acting like it affects you very much. Now that I'm done with this, let's get back to the video.
So, here we are. I'm going to be going over everything that happened between me and Sen, how my strike was valid, and how he's incredibly disingenuous, and I'll also get Ghost of Griever on, so that they can also explain how the strike was completely valid, because I feel like it's worth giving another voice on this channel. Also, Antunes, hey, the person that's been trying to smear me for months because I called you out for being a terrible person.
Maybe he just doesn't like you because you're a fucking piece of shit.
Hi, keep leaving comments on videos hating me. You're a fucking loser.
That's pretty ironic coming from you. You know, you're really not the type to be saying that, like, at all.
So, I'd like to start by watching through Sen's first video and proving how all of his points are absolutely ignorant, wrong, and disingenuous.
I caught you being such a weaselly little snake from the get-go.
Up to this point, I was on relatively decent terms with Sen, although he did re-upload one of my videos without any consent, without any credit, and it was like 7 minutes of my video with 30 seconds of his own input.
I mean, I knew you were a furry, but I didn't know you were a reptile. That's just wild. So Harley, you know, from our past interaction, you know that one time you false striked me because you said that you believed it infringed your rights, even though it quite literally did not? You taking advantage of how easy it is to false strike someone on YouTube doesn't make you right, it just makes you a bitch. I'm talking, if you have a problem with what Ethan Ralph does when it comes to flagging, this kid is 10 times worse, and he's only fucking 16, so he's only gonna get worse from here on out.
This is a false equivalence, and I'll explain why. So, I'm going to provide Sen's whole stream linked in the description so you can see the full context behind all the stream clips before he brings them up. But, on this claim here that he makes that my strike was unfair and that I was abusing the system and that I'm like people like Ethan Ralph, this is a complete disingenuous lie. My strike, although I got the time and length of his video wrong, which is a mistake on my part, his whole video was my content, another person's, and another person's. This is, as he refers to it, a compilation. And compilations, what do you know it, don't fall under fair use.
Yeah, but there was no point in fucking striking it down anyway, you retard. There's no point in striking a meme compilation just because it infringed your rights. It sounds like complete bullshit. Who the fuck is gonna go strike down a meme compilation? Like, who cares? It's not that your strike was false. Like, okay, it was valid, but it made you look like a fucking piece of shit. And when you fucking false struck Kumu when he was archiving your content and just drew the line, you acted like it was so fucking, like it was sunshine and rainbows. Like, go fuck yourself. You flagged Sen because you were a fucking piece of shit and you're very sensitive. You flagged Kumu, which was false, and decided that it would be a great idea to go out of your way and cripple his channel for fucking bullshit, even though he credited you in your video. You call Sen disingenuous when he's not really being disingenuous. I think that would only be somewhere later on in the video. I don't want to try and look like a white knight.
And I'll pose you a question. Why would I take down or strike down a video that was in my favor using my points in benefit of my opinion? Because the video was my content, without my consent, being re-uploaded to a channel with much bigger following at the time, because the dude wanted to use it for free content.
Boo fucking who? He doesn't need your consent for a fucking re-upload. What type of world do you live in? Are you fucking delusional? And it doesn't matter if he has a bigger following. You're spewing complete bullshit.
So eventually we came to an understanding, a civil understanding. I don't know why Harley has this perception that he got this epic own and is just tried to paint that. I don't know why he didn't even show the context when I'm sure he has the live stream somewhere in there.
I didn't have the stream till you provided it to me, but hell yeah, I can share that clip now.
You know, you're pretty cool for a furry, Harley. Harley TBS is his
You're
channel.
pretty cool for a video thief.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I've been told that by many people as well. I just subbed to your channel, you piece of shit. Hopefully
That's what everyone should do. Subscribe to Harley TBS on
you should
YouTube.
subscribe to my channel as well.
No,
You know,
no,
he came from Harley's
That's too far, man. That's too far.
Fest. Let's go ahead and plug your channel in because I'm a nice person.
Where the fuck was he blasting at you or slandering you? I don't see any of that shit happening. Oh my god, guys, he slandered me. I care so much.
I'm
down to lift it. I have no drama with that. I just wanted to really it was to send a message.
So unfortunately, there it is. Yeah, call me a transphobe for pointing out that you're a fucking lying little bitch, but I just have to point out that you're a lying little bitch. And if you're gonna lie about this shit, I wonder what else you're gonna lie about, or what else you have lied about.
He uses this clip like it's an own on me and doesn't just show that I'm a respectful person that understands that he's trying to make a living on YouTube, and if I remove this strike, it will mean that he can continue uploading with no issue, and that if he's willing to privatize the video, I have no problem with removing the strike. My whole point was I don't want you using my content.
There you go, guys. If you make a meme out of Harley TBS, you just can't use his fucking content, man. That's so bad.
No.